Heyo, and welcome to all. Finally, arriving in heaven once and for all. No more back and forth. Also, sorry for the long wait. Designing, writing, and editing this redesign took a while. And then Outright happened, and so I've been pretty busy since I've had everything put on hold to participate in that annual event. Anyway, so, back into the show. The first heavenly character in Hazbin that we meet is Adam. An interesting character for sure, with much potential. A crude, misogynist, obvious hypocrite. Basically, any and all white men are a bad stereotype projected onto this guy. And while I don't necessarily disagree with that sentiment, the way he's utilized is kind of let down. Since almost every character already swears every few seconds, he doesn't feel very unique. That and his design also is more impish than anything, which was already a problem of some sorts for me with the Exterminator's design. Firstly, the design itself. Again, with the Exterminators truly deciding the vibe of heaven I was going for, Adam is a step up of that. The leader, the one truly standing out in any and all ways possible. Colors, layering, weapon, and halo. His halo is unique, as he is the only one with this specific shape of halo, making him stand out from all the natural angels. The halo still being inspired by the star halo and sunbeams, mimicking devil horns instead of webbed wings I tried to mimic with the Exterminator's halo design, and even more obvious, even bigger eye watching at the very top. That, yes, is somewhat of a reference to Sauron's eye, the eye of evil, but oh well. His mask, unlike the Exterminator's, has an exaggerated happy expression that is on the brink of being terrifying. With this, I wanted to make it seem as if only he is allowed to have emotions, while the ones beneath him, the Exterminators, are supposed to function like a machine, unfaulting, undefiant, perfect. While the Exterminators are his nuns, he is the bishop. A larger headpiece, a neckcloth of some sort, a wide robe, puffy sleeves, even gloves to conceal his skin utterly. A rosary clutched between his hands in a constant prayer. Only the upside-down crosses and spikes on the necklace he wears revealing his much more rough personality. He does wear a chainmail skirt just like the Exterminators do, but with a different wing posture from both the basic Exterminator and also Loot. The second layer skirt, not mimicking a sword in this case, but an axe, as that is his signature weapon. His entire design is symmetrical, which gives a sense of comfort. This piece of clothing is the only asymmetrical piece, again subconsciously putting one on the edge, as there's just something off with him. Since Hazbin Hotel is more or less a musical, I decided to have the lower part of the skirt not just mimic feathers, but also piano keys. Once you look deeper into it though, with the star shaped right above it, it also very subtly resembles a skull with teeth. His design is littered with eyes and stars. Eyes to be watchful, showing you cannot escape his view, and stars to connect him to heaven, to show that he is heavenly, that he is the sun, and all the other stars are so small they simply fit on his attire. In his main outfit, he has almost no piece of armor, making you think that he is soft, gentle almost from the visual. Yet if you look closely, there are armored boots peeking from beneath his robes. That, and there's almost no soft edge in his design. His shoulders pointed, his halo pointed. His headpiece, pointed top, his upper robe, pointed stars, his cloth, pointed. Even the feather-ass cutouts are slightly sharp, and of course the armored boots are distinctly pointy. This sharpness in shape is contrasted by the symbols, but also the main color of his, as he sees himself as the sun, and the Exterminators as unimportant little stars in the distance. This is also shown in their color palette. He is golden, as mentioned, but they are silver, and even more so grey. He is colorful, gorgeous, beautiful. They are second class. Then his wings. Firstly, how he holds them. He is forced to become an angel, since heaven could not accept that the first human ever could fall into sin. They crafted an halo that formed over decades upon decades into the shape it is now. They molded wings and attached them to his back, teaching him how to use them, making them strong enough to hold a semi-mortal body. Yet they will never be truly his, only forced upon his body, no matter how much his mind accepts and wants them. His body will never get used to them, as he is simply not meant to have them, to be angelic in the first place. Instead of neatly folded behind his back, they hang heavy to his sides. He consciously has to try and keep them in this position as long as he is not actually using them to fly. While it wasn't intended to, it almost is a punishment. of some sorts. Him having to bear the weight of his decisions in the form of those gorgeous, heavy wings. Secondly, they are golden and mostly inspired by hawks and other birds of prey, which explains somewhat of the patterning I tried to give them. Yet those are wings that belong to birds. Taken away, making them flightless in order to have this human be able to take flight. While I don't know why they hang to his side in the OG show, I love this piece of character design and put my own spin on it, lore-wise I guess. That would be my major notes to the first design of Adam. His casual outfit basically, but there's a second one. His battle outfit. In the show, he also has two outfits where they mainly just swap the colors. I went ahead and designed a more armor-based outfit for him for the grand battle, where his main outfit is white and gold, only the neck piece and chainmail wings being dark grayish purples. In his battle outfit, his color palette is kept gray-purplish for the majority. His robe skirt, also now having pointy ends to it, has a different, more offensive pattern. He still wears the chainmail skirt, of course, but also now sports the chainmail top piece that covers his entire torso and almost all of his arms, long loose sleeves that for sure have some weight to them, hanging down besides his poofy undergarments. The armor he wears has extremely many golden decorations, while the shoulder and elbow pieces, the pauldron and quarter, are significantly larger, except for the short metal fold and tasset. They are pretty close in design to the Exterminators. They have a more intricate golden pattern, yet they still have major similarities. His chest plate is the main eye-catcher, purposefully highlighting his muscular build, and while the gold in the Exterminator's armors is much more dull, barely shining at all, and being more of an old brass, his armor is sparkling, glistening, and shining in all its glory, having actual gold in it, unlike the Exterminator's armor. Again, showing his hubris, showing how he's purposely making himself look better than he is. The armor as well is lit with sharp edges and spikes, even more so than his main outfit. It too shows the viewer even better that no matter what he might say, he is a danger. While his mobility is still greatly impacted by the large wings and long robes, aka skirt, whatever, he is definitely more equipped to handle offensive battles than a common exterminator. Talking of equipping, instead of a spear or longsword, he uses an axe that, at the same time, is a bass. It barely registers as either, due to its complex design being inspired by wings, yet due to the metallic shimmer and sharp edges, it retains function. It too is golden colored, to keep with that palette theming of his. That would be all to the physical design, and on to the rewrite. As I mentioned in the beginning, he just feels like a stereotype of any and all bad things a white cis man could ever be. I share the idea that he definitely is not a good person, but I'd execute it quite differently. Instead of swearing all the time, instead of being oblivious to his actions, instead of him being insert bad thing about minority and then laugh about it, funny haha, I wanted to make him more calculated. I just wanted to give him some brain, okay? He acts much more like a cult leader. He is glorious, he is righteous, he is perfection. He indoctrinates the lower angels who are bound to become his weapons of war. He makes them believe that he is the highest being, that he is right no matter what, that he is their son. Adam is not far from crude and cruel behavior, demeaning, deceitful, degrading. In his so-called righteousness, he of course never does anything wrong, in his point of view at least, and he can be oblivious to the fact that people see through his oh-so-perfect facade to hide all that cruelty he truly wishes to make others suffer through. Sarah, who appears to be the leader of heaven at this point, of course is above him in rank, gives him his orders, keeps him in check, but as soon as she's not around, he acts as if she's beneath him. He belittles her, he badmouths her whenever he can to the other angels, to the exterminators, to the souls that he occasionally meets while he goes about his business. He doesn't listen to others, too stuck in his head to really care about anything or anyone else than him. He pretends to listen to Charlie while she proposes the idea of the hotel to him, only for him to barely have paid attention, consulting Lute, his then right hand, to have a quick recap of the situation, and then, instead of swearing, instead of screaming, breaking out a diss track about sinners and whatnot, he belittles her, making her believe that it's useless, siphons all hope out of her while being the oh-so-well-behaved saint he believes himself to be. I believe that he keeps himself collected, only using half-assed slurs and whatnot in a more casual conversation. Only when he starts to forget what image he has to uphold, the extreme crude language, sentence structure, limited way of thinking becomes apparent. It slips out of him in fits of rage, in extreme emotions, or when he is sure that he's alone. He takes long pauses, takes deep sighs, often to keep his darkness hidden, to have a dramatic silence before he talks, to collect himself before anything slips. He knows he has to act a certain way for others to think and believe that he is the purest of souls, while he's actually much more than just a little bit rotten. While Charlie's in heaven and talks to Sarah with all of the other angels watching, Adam reveals that he and his exterminators are killing the souls to the rest of heaven. This is an extremely interesting and important plot point, in my opinion, that I do want to keep in my overall rewrite. Charlie and all of hell believes that all of heaven knows about what the exterminators and Adam does on a yearly basis, but only Sarah knows. It is a way to keep hell small, keep hell helpless, and have an additional punishment for hellborn and sinners. It is a way to ensure Adam has one event in the year where he can truly blow off steam to kill and murder, to be cruel and heartless to his fullest desires. Heaven knows the exterminators as guardians. They are called enforcers by some, gods by others, believed to guard and keep heaven safe, which is why they are rarely seen inside of heaven. Have their own settlement outside on the vast clouds, training grounds, etc., etc. When they are on patrol, they are greeted as officers, as guards, as safekeepers, thanked by everyone, the souls, the high angels, anyone. Adam lives for that praise, not caring in the slightest that they are praised for things they don't even do, as all they do is train to murder once a year. In that scene, it all spills out of Adam, unable to cope with the fact of being reprimanded, especially being in front of so many people or beings. He breaks his character truly, swearing, openly threatening, spitting secrets and screaming. Sarah lets him be escorted out of the auditorium, needing half a dozen exterminators to force him out and prevent any further damage to the already ruined reputation, already ruined secret of what the exterminators are actually for. Not just horrifying Emily, but any and every other angel that happens to be watching in my reimagining. Overall, he's an extremely fun character in the show. I like him. He just feels flat, with being reduced to what he is, barely thinking, barely anything other than bad white cis male. And I wanted to change that by him being two-faced. Those would be my major notes, my design choices, a major rewrite of Adam, and some insight into how I would rewrite the scenes, or have like parts rewritten at least. And I hope I explained everything so that it makes sense to you guys too. Feel free to ask anything, I'm glad to answer, and I hope you have a good time with the rest of the time lapse.
If you don't shut your mouth, I'ma shut it for you, punk! Hit ya with the punk tactics. Hit ya with the punk tactics. Hit ya with the punk tactics. Hit you with the hard punk tactics. Bankrolls come straight for the assets. No games, no throw, won't pass it. Pick you up, spit you out like Jurassic. Oh, no for the rigmarole, we kick pros. Stub toes, I suppose you might know. Hit the block, then you flock. Time's up, now your body get clocked. Spicy like pepper, 1-2-stepper. Laid back, motivated, money go getter. Never felt better, write me love letters. Shooting up the spike chain, Megadeth tether. Get over here like Scorpion. Put you to sleep, cold Vulcan. Should I assist you, or do you get the picture? If you don't budge, I'm gonna have to hit you. Hit you with the punk tactics. 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 Yo, the lace is loose and fist tight. I never lose a fist fight. Sun up and up all night. If I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it right. A to the R to the A to the E. F what you think, I'ma stay G. H is for hot, cause that's what I be. IJK, I'm cold like Slurpee. Ooh, goddamn, I drop bombs. I was born with the brains and the brawn. I am the king, and you're just a pawn. Who's got the high ground now, Obi-Wan? Alphabet rhymes like chicken noodle soup. Two-door beamer, pick you up in the coop. Shooting for the hoop, jiggy on the loose. Shark mentality like my name Bruce. Hit you with the punk tactics. 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 Hit you
with a punk tactic.
I've been denied all the best ultra sex. I've been denied all the best ultra sex. I tried to consume, 'cause I'm so afraid I get subdued. I'm really gonna say no. I couldn't support somebody fell up on my ass. Take me now, fuck me later. Sing it to the tune of faggot, 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 ow. Take me now, fuck me later. Sing it with that. I've been denied all the best ultra sex. I've been denied all the best ultra sex.